What's up, guys? This is Ninja on a Ninja. Sorry, got sidetracked there for a second, but I gotta call you out, basically. And this one is about Jon Stewart and Trevor Noah. And basically, in this video, okay, so this is uploaded by Trevor Noah. Jon Stewart, one of my favorite people. What now? With Trevor Noah podcast. And basically, I've been listening to it as I play games, and this kind of is starting to irritate me because this whole time, like I've 35 minutes again. If you wanted to, you can go. It's online. Find it. You have the info and the things down below. Go find it. Go listen to it if you want. But I'm just gonna warn you that basically what he's talking about, um, he doesn't know what a good life is. This is the American dream. This is the same with Rocky. This is the Rocky series, Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, the boxer. This is the same thing with Mike Tyson. This is the same thing with Michael Jordan. The same thing with the hell's his name? Um the hell's his name? George Carlin and Louis C.K. and all of these people. And basically, what I'm telling you, what I'm listening to what he's been saying for 35 minutes, and the whole time he's like, "You've been teaching me the road. You've been showing me. It's been like Star Wars. Like you showed me the Force. You showed me the strength I didn't know. I was completely oblivious, and then you showed me the way." And he's like just sitting there laying it on him, and it's like basically all that's going on between these two is it's a son and a father. That's literally it. And he's passing on tradition. And that's literally it. I should have pulled up the info. Shit, wrong thing. I forgot what it was. Let's see. I'm trying to. Okay. Hmm. There's basically a crab fisherman. I can't remember his name. Alright, so we'll do it. We'll do it. Fuck it. I don't want to open the YouTube because when I do, generally there's I feel like 50,000 things I see, and I gotta stop. I gotta just get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away now. Um. Anyways, I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. I'm not. I don't even know how to search for. Oh, you know what? Um, I don't know. Anyways, it reminds me of a father and son relationship, and what I was going to bring up with this crab fisherman is he has been doing it for a very long time. And it's just like all of those scenarios. Like the whole reason why Michael Jordan was such a legend was because his father was his coach. The reason why Mike Tyson was such a legend is because that one guy was his coach. They had a father-son connection. The reason why Louis C.K. was so good is because he had George Carlin as a coach. And the reason why Trevor Noah is so good is because he had Jon Stewart as a coach. You understand what I'm saying? This is what it looks like to have a good father son relationship. I do really well because I had my dad as a coach, right? And I do poorly because I also have my dad as a coach, right? Like there are some things that I wish I did better, but there are some things I do fucking phenomenal because of him, right? And that's basically what it comes down to. So when he's like, "I'm so lucky I had you to show me the way. I'm so lucky you're there." Oh, there he is, Jacob Knowles. Jacob Knowles. That's it. That's who it was.
I think we're gonna go with you.
Shut up. Advertising bullshit. Jacob Knowles. All right. He is. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. He. So now you've seen his information and his stuff, right? He is a or he's a fisherman. He does lobster fisherman, and he's like a sixth generation of doing it. And that's basically what it is. And what happened is the rich didn't want these people to exist. So they broke homes and they took dads away from like black communities, from the Mexican communities, from every single community you could think of. Like that's why the immigration police is trying to break up families, because it's their way of keeping control and keeping power, because they know they don't have what it takes to lead. So as long as they are the only choice, as long as all you have is Hillary or Trump, and you have to make the choice to Hillary or Trump, and then Bernie Sanders is right fucking there, you know what I'm saying? But that's what it came down to because the game's rigged, and that's the whole point. They want that basically, and we're suffering as a result because as much as they want that, there's somebody now who's taking advantage of that, and Russia and China are part of the people that are taking advantage of that, of America fucking up, because they want America to fucking suffer. And anyways, rinse and repeat. This is why it's going on since before Bush, I would argue. The first Bush, by the way, not the second one, not the we're gonna get Katrina, we're gonna get Katrina, not that idiot, the father of that idiot. Right. The reason why that family line is because they need a puppet to rule America. That's what it is. The Republicans had a puppet. The Democrats had a puppet as well, but they had a liberal puppet. So you had to trick him to do things that you wanted, or he would do things to help America. And for the most part, it's like fine, whatever. As long as you help the pharmacists and the doctors make their money, then it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is with the Republicans as well, but with oil and whatnot. But anyway, that's something else. The point is, I'm listening to them talking, and he's just like, "Hey, I love Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart is so great because he showed me the way." But and it's just a father and son relationship. That's all it is, and that's why America tries to break houses apart, is to make sure these kind of scenarios like this don't happen very much. They try to make daughters grow up to be sluts, and the reason why they make them grow up to be sluts is because that means that she's not gonna date the guy next door that she should have married, and then now they're not gonna have a family. Now they're gonna have kids, and they're not gonna start an empire and start a business. Start a lawn mowing center, basically, where now everyone's fucking lawn mowing, and he fucking has an enterprise. Basically, like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, they don't want these things. That's why America sucks today. It's because the mom and pop shops and whatnot are fucking gone, and they've been replaced by fucking Walmart, basically, as an example. And they want to again, like that's the people who are fighting is the rich versus the poor, and they're trying to rig the system so they can become more rich, and that's where there's a paywall behind certain things. because like technology should be good for everyone, but it's limited and it's only good for those people who have money. And the only way you have money is if you do these things. And the only way you can do these things is if you work for us. So you have to make us better, and then we'll give you access to the tools. But you're so busy trying to make us better that you can't do anything with the tools anyways. Like, it's so stupid. What the hell? That that is from my previous video. Maybe I'm working on, but anyways, close that out. By the way, that guy, if you know who he is, kind of funny. Though I would not follow him, I would allow him to work for me, but I would never work for him. Basically, I see him as a bad asset when it comes to leading, but as kind of existing, sure, he's good at existing, but existing for the benefit, no, no. Anyways, that's that guy. So, anyways, that's it. That's pretty much it. I'm watching this and it's just again I'm tired of it because all it's coming down to is Jon Stewart is the father you never had. That's basically what it is. And as I mentioned before with Jacob Knowles, it's a father and son relationship, and they're trying to actively break them apart because they're trying to prevent this from happening because they see you making bigger and better and better and better, and eventually you lead the nation and they can't do anything about it, and they know that's coming, so they try to break it apart to make sure that that never comes because they know if you have authority then we can't do anything. That's why Destiny it does so well. That's why what's his name? Fucking I always forget his name. Then he has the number one podcast. Uh, where's my phone? Joe Rogan. Rogan, basically, right? Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson, like these places are too big to fall. That's why they're doing well. But they're trying to tear them apart, basically, to make them lose credibility so that you have to rely on the ones that they want. That's why when AOC came out, that's when Marjorie Taylor Greene popped out. And when the squad popped up, also next thing you know, they had the five. And every single time something would naturally occur on one side, they artificially created on the other to make sure you were watching the five instead of them because this is for conservatives and that one's for Republican or for whatever. Like you don't want to watch that one. Watch this one, right? It was their way to divide us and conquer us, and that's what's going on. Like over the big everything I have told you so far. Like if you want to go higher and higher and higher, that's basically what it's coming down to. It's divide and conquer. They're trying to split us up to make us fight, just like splitting up the homes. This is why they make mom and pops, home shops and homes and whatnot so broken up, and why they're trying to fuck shit up because they don't want you to rise. Yes, if you what's it called? If you worked for Trump, you can rise because you're gonna work for Trump, and so you're gonna always throw everything you can for Trump, and you're gonna give everything you have to Trump. So that's good. But when you do it on your own, we can't have that because we don't control you. We can't rig it in a certain way. Anyways, that's what it all comes down to. But yeah, the point is, I'm watching this Trevor Noah podcast, and he's full of shit. Just all it is it's a mom and dad, and as I said before, there are a lot of mom and dad, father and son situations that occurred in society, and that's all we're seeing. It's Trevor grew up without a father. He may have had a dad, but now he has Jon Stewart, who is more appropriate to what Trevor Noah is appropriate. He's on, and they're both on the same course, just like Jacob Knowles or whatever the fuck his name was, the um crab fisherman or the whatever the fuck lobster. Uh, he has a son, and now they have a thing, and for years they will do that, and then his grandpa, and his grandpa, and then his grandpa. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a generation 6 fisherman. There's a reason for that. And that's what they're trying to divide and conquer. They're trying to get you to destroy your family, your heritage, and they're trying to make it seem like it's better to be ghetto than to be rich. And like, anyways, that's it. That's all I want to say. Be well, be happy, be safe, and Godspeed, God bless. Don't let the hit you with us, but you and peace. Oh, yeah.